Get ready.
Disney's Haunted Mansion is one of the most iconic and beloved dark rides in the world. It's also one of Disney's most popular attractions, which has seen it open in 5 Disney parks across the world. Although the classic ghost train attraction concept has been around for years, it's hard to argue the Haunted Mansion didn't take the concept up a couple of levels. Like all good things though, they don't go unnoticed. Disney has for a long time been the gold standard of theme parks. From its theming, dining, attractions, it really does have it all. As a result, other parks around the world have tried to take different elements of the Disney blueprint in order to try and replicate some of the success for themselves. In our opinion, it's fine to take small elements as long as it's not totally obvious. Of course though, some parks will take certain liberties more so than others, so in this video, we want to highlight 3 attractions from parks around the world that shamelessly copy Disney's Haunted Mansion. But before we get into the video, we want to quickly ask you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also drop the video a like as it helps us out a lot. Anyway, let's get into it. Get ready. Number 1. Haunted Mansion at Knoebels Amusement Park. First up is Haunted Mansion at Knoebels Amusement Park. The attraction opened in 1973, about 4 years after Disney's Haunted Mansion, which in our opinion also adds to our suspicion. In all honesty though, the attraction is actually very good. It's definitely a knockoff, but we can't say it's bad. In fact, in 2018, Knoebel's version of Haunted Mansion came 3rd for Best Dark Ride in the prestigious Golden Ticket Awards presented by Amusement Today. Moreover, it's probably worth noting that in the same category that year, no Disney version of the Haunted Mansion attraction made it into the top 5. If you're a fan of Knoebel's Haunted Mansion, you might be thinking, why are they ragging on this attraction when it's clearly good? Well, the answer to that question is, we're not really, and the goal of this list isn't to highlight if the attraction is good or not, but instead to suggest that Knoebel's definitely got its inspiration for the ride from the Disney company. If you watch a POV for both rides, you'll notice some similarities around some of the props and the music. However, in our opinion, Knoebel's Haunted Mansion does feel a little more carny than the Disney version, which includes a pre-show as well as more advanced props and effects. Overall, we're happy that Knoebel's Amusement Park was able to find success with its Haunted Mansion attraction, but the idea was definitely copied from the Disney version. Number 2. Geisterschloss in Europa-Park. For any Disney fans who visited Europa-Park in Germany, a couple of things might jump out to you as not quite original. The least conspicuous of all being the Europa-Park ball centerpiece, which looks almost identical to the Epcot ball centerpiece. You'll also find various lands around the park themed to different countries, not dissimilar to World Showcase in Epcot. Geisterschloss, translating to Ghost Castle, is set in the Italian section of Europa-Park and is undeniably a copycat attraction of Disney's Haunted Mansion. You'll enter a stretching room pre-show before you get on the ride, and the similarities don't end there. After boarding your vehicle, you'll be taken through a dinner scene, a seance scene, and through various other rooms of the mansion before touring the graveyard featuring singing busts. Geisterschloss is not quite a scene-for-scene copy of Haunted Mansion, but it's not far off. Opening in 1982, it's likely that they emulated Disney's Haunted Mansion hoping many wouldn't notice, what with it being buried away in southern Germany. But as Europa-Park has developed into one of the best theme parks in the world, it attracts visitors from all across the globe now, and the park's similarities to Disney parks are rather glaring. The dawn of the internet has also given rise to more dedicated theme park communities, so copying attractions is probably not something you can get away with without criticism in this day and age. Again, we're not ragging on Geisterschloss by any means. It's one of the many great dark rides in Europa-Park, but it wears its influence on its sleeve. Number 3. Haunted Mansion in Dreamworld Theme Park, Bangkok. Last but not least is probably the biggest overall Disney rip-off on this list. Not only is the park a carbon copy of Disneyland, but its Haunted Mansion attraction is pretty similar to the Disney version also. Interestingly, knockoff Disney parks are pretty popular in Asia. We actually did a video on the now defunct Japanese park Nara Dreamland that you should definitely check out after watching this video. Anyway, back to Haunted Mansion. As much as Dreamworld have done their best to make the park as close to a Disney park as possible, they have tried to differentiate their Haunted Mansion from Disney's version. So I guess the next question is, what's different about it? Well, Dreamworld's Haunted Mansion is actually a walkthrough. As well as this, we think the Dreamworld version is definitely spookier than the Disney version. Where the Disney version of the attraction is not quite so scary as it is visually cool, the Dreamworld version definitely has some props that might keep you up at night. Similar to the Knoebels version, the attraction definitely doesn't appear to be bad by any means, and if you're into horror, then it's probably right up your alley, However, it may not be very family friendly, especially if you have young children. In our opinion, even though the attraction does try to differentiate itself from Disney's version, there is no doubt that the idea and the concept is a copy. With that being said, Dreamworld is a very successful theme park, and many people who visit it may not know any better. However, real theme park enthusiasts are able to spot knockoffs and copies as soon as they see them, so this one shouldn't be too difficult. To sum up, we're not totally clear what the ethics are around stealing the idea or concept of another park's attraction, but in our eyes, these attractions went a little bit too far. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our video on the now defunct Disney knockoff Nara Dreamland Park on screen now. That concludes this video on 3 attractions that shamelessly copied Disney's Haunted Mansion. Now you're ready. Let us know in the comments if you know any more Haunted Mansion knockoffs, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already.